My busiest day will probably be Tuesday. On Tuesday, I wake up and I would brush my teeth, wash my face, and come down the stairs after I get dressed. And then I would take my dog out into the backyard so she could poop and eat and do whatever a dog does. And then I would have some breakfast.
I'm sorry, Marco.
And after I have breakfast, it's usually about 7:35 or so. Call my dad downstairs for him to take me to school.
Hi, Mom.
And then I go through the school day, all my regular classes.
I have some input in Richard's schedule in that I know what happens in school and I know what's happening in the evenings, so I can sort of organize his evening with him. If he asks, as a parent, sometimes I would say, Richard, do you have an assignment on the computer today, or do you have a book report, things like that. And I say, do you have it together? Could we, like plan how much time you're going to spend on each thing?
4 o'clock, I will call my dad to pick me up, and we'll go back home. I'll eat, get dressed for soccer, and leave at about 5 o'clock to get to soccer practice at Hofstra University at about 5:30. Usually late though. After soccer, I come home. It's about 7:30 when I come home. So I would feed my dog. I would eat something, and then I would do my homework. I get a lot of homework sometimes, and then on top of that, projects, computer assignments. So that usually takes a long time. So by the time I start my homework, which is at 8:30, and then by the time I finish, which is about maybe 9:30 or later, I would take a shower, brush my teeth, get dressed for bed, and go to bed. Too much pressure is like when my dad, he said he'll bother me about, it's hard to say, bother me about how my grades have to be up if I want to do good in school, and he says that I have to get onto the high honor roll and the principal's list. I have to be on the principal's list at least once this year, and high honor roll. If I don't get onto at least the honor roll, he'd take away my phone, he said. So that's a lot of pressure to keep my grades up. And my soccer, well, I usually do good in my soccer. I never chill on it. I never complain about that. So I don't usually complain about doing good.
Well, sometimes I feel that when I see him stressed, but I guess in today's world, when you compare it to the other children in school, maybe that's what everybody is doing. So I'm not sure if it's too much or not. If you look at it as an individual thing, and again, I have to look at what I was accustomed to as a child.
Well, I don't want to go into my 12-hour schedule, but I didn't have television to watch and relax. I had to walk an hour to and from school in the hot sun. When you get home, you have to maybe do activities to get water into the house and to get food on the table. But my schedule was probably tougher than his, because he has me to help him out. I take him to soccer practice. All he has to do is jump in the car in my case, I had to find my way there. All right, so you know, he has work to do. He has a schedule, but I don't think he's overscheduled.
I feel that growing up as a child and growing up as a child in Trinidad, life was different. You know, weekends were different. There was a day that was just downtime where you relaxed at home. You did things with your family. I feel like your mind, body, and soul rested. But I feel that doesn't occur with Richard now. And maybe it doesn't occur with most of his peers. So it's hard to always say, you know, it's too much as opposed to it's just enough.
I'm very tired during the day. I get pounding headaches in the back of my head. It hurts like really bad. So yeah, I get pounding headaches and extremely tired sometimes. Every day, towards the end of school, every day when I come home from school, my headache is terrible. Like when I go to soccer practice, during the car ride, it's very terrible. I had to go to the hospital for it once. They said it has something to do with my overloaded schedule.
I don't put too much pressure on him. I think I put just enough.
Oh no, I definitely don't put pressure on Richard. He puts enough on himself.
Too much pressure on myself. People tell me that a lot sometimes, but you know, it gives me good grades and it makes me better at soccer, so it just makes me really tired.
In America, kids have lots of opportunities, way more opportunities than I have had. You know, I was raised in circumstances where most kids in my circumstance wouldn't achieve what I have achieved in becoming an attorney. And so I always tell you guys, look, if I can become an attorney in the United States, then you know that should be the baseline for you guys. You got to do better than that, and there's no excuse for you not to be successful. And I think if you guys, plus you guys have been raised with two loving parents. I didn't have that, so you have that advantage. So yeah, I think being raised here, being raised by us as parents, I think you all have a great opportunity to be successful in this society with the freedom we have here, with the opportunities we have here. The sky's the limit, and that's what I want for you guys, just to do the right thing, push forward, and you know, continue to be positive, and you'll be successful.
I'm gonna become a professional soccer player when I'm older. I'm also gonna go to college.
Let's go forward as much as possible.